I want to talk a little bit today about some of the options that you have available to you in your Google Drive in the right-click menu. So these things will help you organize your files and folders a little bit better in Google Drive. So let's start by, I'm just going to choose this folder. I'm going to right-click on it, and you see that it brings up a list of things that you can do. Um, so let's start by, I talked about share and get shareable link in a previous video, but let me also point out while we're here that all of these functions in the right-click menu are also available. Once you have something selected, you can see that these things are available up here in this bar at the up in the upper right. So you can see that you can do all of the same things without having to right click. So either whichever one you would like to use. And sometimes, I switch back and forth and use both. So so it looks, I'm here in my writing folder. I have a fair amount of resources for students for writing in my EC resources folder. I'm an EC teacher, and this is where I store all that stuff. So you could see that I kind of need to clean this folder up. So I'm going to start with this file right here. It's a poster that says COPS on it. So this is mostly about capitalization, but so I'm thinking, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the capitalization folder. I could just click and drag it there, but you can also right click and choose Move To, and so I will move it to the capitalization folder by clicking on it right here in this list that comes up. If I wanted to, I could go back and just click on this little arrow here, and it would allow me to save it in any folder on my drive. But I'm going to go ahead and put it in the writing folder, and I'm going to put it in capitalization. So I'll put it in there, and then it gives you this move button. So I'll click that, and you can see that it's disappeared. So let's just go ahead and check. I'm going to double click on this and make sure that it went in there. Yep, there's my COPS poster. So to go back, I just click on this writing. It takes me back to the writing folder. I could also do that just by clicking here on the left, go into writing. So here I am back in the very same folder where I was. Something else you can do is you can right click on something and you can change the color of the folder. So this is kind of handy if you want similar items to have the same color. It's just another way for you to visually organize things. So let's say that these idea generation and how to and the graphic organizers, let's say I want all those to be green, and let's say I want the more mechanic type stuff like grammar, let's say I want those to be a different color, maybe red. So I'll click on those and change those. So it's handy. It's kind of a nice way to visually separate things. Something else that you can do is, let's say that I really want, let's say I have these a folder full of task cards, and I want those to be a little extra important. So I'll add a star to that folder. And you don't really notice that when you're in the grid view. But if I go up here and click on this that says List View, you can see that now task cards, see there it has a little star next to it. So it's just another way to visually organize your things, your files and folders in Google Drive. So I'm going to go back to, okay, and that's important too. When you click on this right here, see how the arrow changed? I'm in the list view, and now everything is showing alphabetically in reverse order, and the folders are first and then the files. So I'm going to go back to the grid view because I personally like that better. And let's see, let's see what else we can do here. So We talked about share and get shareable link. I went into detail on that in a previous video, but if I wanted to share an entire folder with others, I could go in and type the names or email addresses, give them permission to do. They can either organize, add, and edit, or they can view only. You can also, if you want to, you can click on the Get Shareable link from right here. You can also right-click on it and go straight to Get Shareable link. And remember that all of these things are available from up here. This is where you would get shareable link. This is where you would share. And then here are those other things that we talked about. You can rename a folder or a file just by right-clicking or going up here to this More Actions menu. You can download the entire folder or a file to the computer that you're using. So that's handy if you want to get a copy of it and store it on the computer. And you can view details, and it'll show you the activity that you have that is associated, your activity associated with that folder or file. And it's really handy. This right-click menu is handy. So once you're done looking at that, you have details and activity. It shows you where it's located and who the owner is and when it was modified, opened, and created. So it's useful. There are a lot of useful things packed into the right-click menu and the More Actions menu.